made a short out of my last Storytime video, and it's one of the more viral shorts that's on my channel so far. Granted, it's at like 2,000 views, but that is a lot to me. So I'm gonna tell another story because I want views, I want subs, I want likes, I want comments, I want all that good stuff, all that good engagement in YouTube words. So here's a story about my cousin being a snitch. So for about 2.5 years, I worked at this restaurant called California Dreaming, and my cousin happened to be one of my managers there. At the time that I was starting at California Dreaming, me and my cousin hadn't seen or spoken to each other in years. But us working together for the time period that we did made us a whole lot closer. And I ended up a lot closer with a lot of the people who also worked in that building. To this day, some of my closest friends are there. Anyways, this is one day while I was at work. It was a Sunday. I vividly remember it being a Sunday because I worked open to close every Sunday in that building, which is why I'm so grateful for the job that I have now, because we're closed on Sundays. So at this point, I'm on break, and my cousin calls me up and he's like, hey, you know, your mom's having a little family gathering, a little cookout, you know what I'm saying, at the crib. Convince the manager working right now to get off and pull up here so we can eat and drink and whatnot. So I get off the phone with him and I thought about it, and I'm like, how could I come up with like a lie or excuse to me getting out of here so I can go not be at work and, you know, be with my family and do fun things. Tell you what, I was too tired to be creative because I worked a double the night before as well. So I just said, hey, my cousin said I should leave. Can I leave? And the manager closing that night was like, okay. It just so happened that we had extra people scheduled, oddly enough, so I was able to, you know, just put somebody else in my place and skedaddle. So I pull up to my mom's house and my cousin's like, damn, what'd you have to tell him? And I was like, I told him that I was finna come here and eat and drink with you. And he was like, okay. So, you know, the whole family's together, house is halfway packed out, hella food, hella fun, hella drinks, hella family, hella happiness, you know what I'm saying? Hell, even my mom had like an Amazon package being delivered that day, and we let the delivery dude come inside, make him a plate, fix him a little drink or something, send him on his way. And somehow, some way in the midst of all this, the conversation at the table came up about how I've never cooked for my mom before. And I'm like, nah, that isn't true. I've cooked a couple times here. I even made you breakfast in bed once. And she was like, no, that doesn't count because you had a girlfriend at the time and your girlfriend was at the house. I just ended up getting the leftovers. You wouldn't have done that if she wasn't there. Granted, I probably would have never even learned how to cook if I didn't get a girlfriend, but that's neither here nor there. The real issue is where my cousin took this information. You bastard. So in the middle of this debate on whether or not the food I made for my mom counts as actually making it for my mom, my cousin decides to chime in. Damn, that's crazy. He be cooking for all them girls at work. Whole table goes silent. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. Then you got the nerve to be like, well, let's be real, I see ya. No, come back, nigga, clean that up. Then my mom's like, oh, really? Do he now? Then my auntie like, oh, that's really interesting. Then my grandma like, somebody make me another plate. I don't feel like getting up. He's waving, smiling bye to everybody, and I'm fake smiling, waving back.
Having a great fake laugh here. With Steve Kerr.
And to this day, this has been held over my head because I still haven't technically cooked for my mom. And her birthday is coming up in about 2 weeks, so I do plan on doing something for that, and I probably will cook for her. But that's not it's not the point of this story. Normally I finish all my story times with like a moral, but this time I am posing a question to you, the viewer, if you got this far at least. Should I snitch on my cousin for get back? What exactly would I snitch on him for? I don't know. Or maybe I do know, and I'm waiting to say it based on y'all's answer. There's only one way to find out. So just go ahead and leave a comment on what I should do. Leave a like on the video. And the subscribe button's right there too. So you might as well just give me the holy trifecta. And I would really appreciate that. Even if you don't do any of that, I still appreciate that because you were a part of this story that I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry. Bye. Bye. Outro.
Two things I ain't ever seen. A nigga that beat a gun.